Hi, it's Joey from Seeking Balance and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I just recently had a question from Merrin and it's a really good one that I'm sure many people share. And it's about, she said, I've got this Adele concert to go to and when I'm in crowds, my dizziness is worse and, what do I do? And the question often is, do I avoid the crowds and do I, give my concert ticket away in order to sort of nurture my system and look after myself? Or, they're like, Joey, is it okay if I go to the concert? There's this confusion about what's best for me, what's looking after me. So my first answer is great question. And, at the end of the day, we have to answer this for ourselves. I'm a really big fan of creating a plan and having safety. So if you really want to go to the concert and it's important to you, you can really find a way to get there. And not only to get to the concert, but to find a way to gently bring the dizziness with you and bring strategies that keep the steadiness and keep the calm. So there's no right or wrong. Certainly if you're having a migraine attack or something that's really quite aggressive and severe and disruptive, you can't really fight that. You probably will have to have a day in bed and you'll have to sit back and give your ticket away, and that's just a huge unfortunate bummer. And in most of my clients, that is pretty rare that happens. But with intermittent conditions, let's face it, it may happen. So we can't really fight the nature of that. We have to sleep it off and take it easy. But, if you're feeling pretty good and you're just sort of worried that the dizziness might happen, okay, so you're not actually dizzy at that time, you're just thinking, but what if I get dizzy and I'm in a crowd and, I'm not at home and all of this. So I would suggest it's really good to have a plan. So if you're driving a long way to the concert, I would say, give yourself a body scan, use your skills from the Rocksteady program. Pause and let your brain catch up, let your brain reset just after you park the car and you arrive, right? So give yourself some time to recharge just on arrival. Then as you get there and you're scoping out the environment, understand that when you're in a new place, unfamiliar environment, crowds, there may be bright lights, moving objects. All of these things are unknown and unfamiliar to your brain. And so your balanced brain is having to process and analyze very quickly lots of new information. And this is the type of situation where it might make mistakes and you'll end up feeling a little out of sorts and probably a bit anxious. And that's really situationally appropriate because you are in a new environment that is highly stimulating. Okay, so you're likely to feel uncomfortable, have some little dizzy moments and errors, and then start to feel that you might be judging yourself. Why am I like this? And why can't the dizziness go away? And that's part of the emotional part of it. Again, it's normal. So you want to almost preempt some of that. So yes, you may get stimulated and you may notice dizziness. So the next thing is do I have the emotional resources and the willingness to take that with me and nurture myself into the concert or the gig, the crowd, knowing that in that process, especially in the beginning, you may actually be feeling vulnerable and out of sorts. Now, most of the people who work with me once they're sitting are really skilled up and good at finding steadiness. So once they've got their seat, they're generally pretty okay. So, you guys can use your self-compassion hands, use your finding steadiness skills, and keep reminding and coming back to that proprioceptive resources you're getting through your skin cells. And this is all part of our balance system, our touch system. Use those signals to help you really find into your center and feel into the balance that you have access to. So the dizziness is generally up in the balanced brain between the ears, the eyes, and the brain. It's generally not impacting on our proprioceptive system. So we do have a lot of balance within us at any point in time. And I think it's really about practicing, how do I boost that? How do I take my steadiness with me so when the dizziness may come about or catch me by surprise, that I've got the resources to handle it. So just to come back to Marin's question of what do I do? First of all, don't judge yourself for feeling dizzy in crowds. They're complex and stimulating environments, and it's putting the brain under quite a bit of pressure, and they're they are the times when we often get the little bouts of dizziness, okay? That makes us prone to some error, okay? And dizziness basically is a combination of error signals. So don't judge yourself. It does happen, and it doesn't mean you're going backwards or getting worse. Second of all, if you really genuinely feel sick, so when you're laying down in bed or sitting around at home, you're spinning and vomiting and you're just having a randomly bad day, it's bad luck, it's not your fault, it's super unfortunate, but in those cases you actually may have to give the ticket away. You know, you would be feeling probably a million times worse in a crowd with bright lights, and you know, it's not a good combination. So in those times, unfortunately, we really have to go within and possibly just go to bed. Gift the ticket to a loved one. And the third thing is make sure you have support skills. Have a little plan. Know that it's okay to pause, to take time out. You know, have a breather in the car once you drive and park. Just resource yourself. Make sure you're really at your strengths. Go into some self-compassion, into your steadiness, into your body scans. Do whatever it is you need to do to feel confident to actually face the crowd. Take your vulnerability with you, really nurture it, be kind and gentle, and once you find your seat, go back into your steadiness and resource. Hopefully once you've got through most of that, you'll be in a position to really enjoy the concert and to be in the moment. Always know that it is okay to pull yourself away, you know, go to the toilet and have a quiet moment, or, you know, if you really have to return back to the car and have a breather, you know, at least you've given it a go, and be really proud of yourself for doing something and being courageous enough to give it a go, even if you couldn't make it through the whole concert. So don't judge yourself, take it gently, understand that it's okay to bring a bit of your dizziness with you, and just because you have some of those error signals doesn't mean you're getting worse, and it doesn't even mean that you're going to have a big anxiety, catastrophic panic attack. You know, we can prepare for this. Use your resources in the Rocksteady program to help you prepare. So for those of you who feel ready to face the crowds and go to things like the Adele concert, congratulations, and I really hope that you're gentle with yourself in that process. For those of you who are not feeling ready for it yet, that's totally okay. Take it at your own pace. We all progress and develop that courage in different ways. I know some clients who just walking down the end of the driveway to pick up the mail from the letterbox is a huge achievement. So for them, that takes a massive amount of courage. And going to something like a big crowded concert would be something that they are not ready for and they don't want to do yet. So I just want to again say, take it at your own pace. Be really kind and gentle in the process. Have a plan. Use your skills and strategies that work, and acknowledge that actually your steadiness is within you, and often we need to learn how to turn it on, okay? And they're skills that many of you I know are practicing daily. Keep going. Congratulations. And I hope that this has been a useful Q&A. So thanks for the question, Merrin, and enjoy the concert. So bye for now.